Hey everybody, it's Nat coming to you with another video. And in this video, I am going to be creating a unit with some hair that I purchased from UNICE Hair. So if you're interested in seeing how I create my units, please stay tuned. Right now, this is the material that I will be using to create my unit, along with my dome head. Here you can see me putting my wig cap on my head and lining everything up correctly, and I'm going to use my T-pins to hold the wig cap down to keep it from moving around from side to side. I am starting to sew the hair down to the unit. I actually am doubling up my wefts. It doesn't take as long, and then the overall look comes out thicker. Here's the T-pins that I am going to be holding down my tracks with as well. I pin my tracks down, and then as I go, I remove the T-pin when I get close to it. It just keeps everything all together and neat, and it just works better for me. Here I'm starting to sew down the beginning of the weft, and at the beginning I go through the cap and I take my needle and go through the two wefts, and then I knot it. Sorry about the angle of the camera. I'm just trying all kind of different stuff, but I promise y'all it's all gonna get better, so just bear with me. But I do it twice. I go through the cap with my needle, and then I go through both wefts, and I come out, and then I create a knot with the string, and then I start to sew. When I get to the end of that single weft that I'm creating, I again go through the cap, go through both wefts, and then I knot it. And then I use the fold over method. I just fold my weft over, and then when I get to the top of the next one, I hope you all understand what I'm saying. But if you want a more detailed video, just leave it in the comments below. But again, I go through the cap, go through both wefts, and then I create a knot to hold it in place. It is very important that you do not go through the elastic in the cap that's around the cap, that you just pick up that top layer and not go through the elastic all the way through and come all the way back out, because it'll change the size of the cap. So again, pick up that very top piece of material on top of the elastic and not go through the elastic. I'm just shifting around my wefts, you know, to see the best way to sew it down. And then I just start to sew. I use regular the thread you get from beauty supply when you want to do sew-ins, the cheaper like cotton thread. I have used a nylon thread before, but to me it really doesn't make a difference. And nylon thread is a little bit more, but I will use it, but like I said, it doesn't make too much of a difference to me. Again, you need to try not to sew into the elastic. So you can see as I get closer to the T-pins, I remove them and sew that part down. I go through both wefts along with the cap, and then I do my fold over method. And I just continue to do that over and over again. Here you can see me putting a new thread in, a new needle and thread, and then cutting off the old one because of course it got too short. Now, I was telling you about that blanket stitch method I use. Here's a picture of it right here. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't just wrap the thread around the weft. I kind of, I guess you could say, I have it so that when the thread lays down, it lays down on top of the track to give you more of a secure hold. But it's called the blanket stitch method. So this is my completion of my first bundle, and then now here I add my second bundle. And if you got this far in this video, please go ahead and subscribe. It's free 99. And won't you go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up. And after you subscribe, hit that notification bell so then when I create a new video, you'll get notified. You just click and boom, there you are. Alright, so after my two wefts, I put on my closure. I already bleached my closure to make it look a little bit more natural. I use my T-pins to hold my closure down. I put it right where I want it. In this case, I'm just gonna put it right in the middle to have a middle part. I use my little clamp to hold the hair so that I have a clear, I can clearly see my closure and what I'm doing and how I can slow it down or whatnot. And when I start to sew that on, I use the same method. I knot my string a couple of times at the beginning, and again I start to sew, and as I move up and around my closure, I move my T-pin, making sure to keep my closure as taut and tight as possible without ripping it, of course. And I move all around, and then when I get at the top in the middle, I cut it off and I start at the other end, as you will see right here. Again, starting over, knotting it a couple of times, and then sewing it down and around. Remember, you have to, when you're sewing, you have to kind of pull the closure to keep it flat because you don't want it to buckle. as you're sewing it, and be loose or whatever, because they'll make your whole unit looser. Because later on when you'll see me cut the cap behind the closure, and if it's all buckled, when you cut the cap, it's going to spread out even bigger. Your unit is going to spread out even bigger. But here you see it's all sewed down, it's secure, and now I'm going to start back on my tracks, sewing them down using that blanket stitch method. And I continue to work. Okay, this is how my unit looks completed. I'm just brushing everything out. If anything is tangled or whatnot, you know, just getting the hair all loosed up, you know, just working on it. I'm really not getting much shedding. I believe it was 1 or 2 strands, but the hair held up real good, and it's just so soft. It's beautiful, y'all. I really like this. Not sure if I want to cut it or how I want to cut it, but I'll show that later. And then here you're seeing me cut out the cap, and this is what I was talking about. If your closure is loose, then the cap is gonna, the unit is gonna spread out. And I'm cutting off the lace right here. So here is the completed unit. I hope you all enjoy my video. If you have any questions or anything, please leave them down below. And stay tuned for the review on this hair. So again, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you can be part of the notification squad. Peace and blessings. Bye.